continuing my NBA special, Western Conference, Southwest Division, the best division in the NBA over the last 10 years, one of the better divisions in all sports over the same 10 years, plus is the Southwest Division, and through unfulfilled potential and decline, it's kind of going. And one of those teams is responsible for and is responsible also for the unfulfilled potential is the New Orleans Pelicans. This was a team that should also serve as a caution to all experts, pundits, bloggers, myself, about the next hot thing. The Pelicans were supposed to be the next hot thing, and they were a hot mess, starting with the thing that's always been bothering them, which is the injuries. They continue to have injuries, including Anthony Davis. I mean, every year you could mark him down for missing about 15 or so games, and he had an ankle injury in the preseason. Whether he starts the season or not, that's still touch and go. I think they said he was getting better, but I'm not sure. But anyways, so the Pelicans made the playoffs. They hired Alvin Gentry. He was going to speed up everything. They were going to be a better offensive team. Anthony Davis was supposed to win the MVP, and the injuries happened. And even though they were able to up the tempo offensively, they actually went in reverse. They went from being, I think, like the 9th or 10th best offense in the NBA in terms of efficiency to like middle of the pack, 16, despite taking its pace from being the 4th slowest team in the NBA to about the 11th fastest team. So there was really no correlation. And then you can, put that down some to the injuries. I mean, a lot of the teams that use a lot of pace are not very good offensively, but the Sixers, case in point, always go up tempo and are terrible repeatedly. And you can point to the injuries as the reason, but their defense completely tanked. Now, they were not a great defensive team to begin with. I think that they were 22nd or 21st defensive from the 14-15. They dropped all the way down to the bottom 3, if I'm remembering correctly. And if this team is going to have any chance, and there's a couple of spots available in the Western Conference at the bottom before get in the playoffs, are either the Warriors or the Spurs. If you're going to be one of those teams, if the Pelicans are going to be one of those teams, they need to A, be healthy, B, have some sort of defense, C, have the role players stay healthy and get contributions from players like their draft pick this year, Buddy Hield. He's a senior. He had a monster year in Oklahoma. He's a sharp shooter. They're going to need him to develop into being a contributor right away. That's the reason why you drafted a senior. I have no problem against seniors. I mean, if you're going to wait on a freshman or a sophomore who's not ready, Anthony Davis is going to leave town, and he's going to be traded. And speaking of Anthony Davis, he needs to stay healthy, and he needs to play the All-Star level, MVP level, in order for this team to make the playoffs. And Alvin Gentry needs to figure out a way of actually playing fast while playing good defense. It was with the Warriors who proved you can play fast, you can score a ton of points, and be an elite defensive team. They don't obviously have the same weapons as the Warriors, but maybe you slow back a little bit and get yourself back into being not necessarily great, but middle of the pack or even lower third, at the top of the lower third. And you can make the playoffs this year, possibly. And again, the whole thing with the playoffs. But yeah, so nothing but questions for the Pelicans. And a lot of them are not possibly going to lead to positive results if they're answered when they are answered. So like and subscribe, and sorry.